Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our daily Oracle and Tarot card reading. And today's reading will be for Tuesday, October the 6th. All this week, we are going to be using the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck, and let's get started with the reading. As I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, angels, and God, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. And we have the Moon. And that is card number 50. And we have Love, card number 10. And lastly, we have number 4, the High Priestess of Water. Very lovely card. Okay, so we start out with the Moon. Okay, we have a black cat and a full moon. And as you know, I prefer moonlight over sunlight any day. No, I'm not a vampire, but I just feel the mystique of the moon is just so magical. And when I look at this card, the cat too, black cat, okay? If you're superstitious, you may think that it's bad luck, but to me, when I look at this cat is just so mysterious, just like the moon. They both belong in this card together. Okay, and what I get from this card this Tuesday is there's some releasing that needs to be done. We just had a full supermoon and an eclipse, okay? And I released things that no longer served my highest good, and I'm sure a lot of you out there did as well. But it seems that the releasing never ends. You don't necessarily have to wait for a full moon in order to release things that are no longer serving you. You could release things at any time. When I look at this, it's a very dark, ominous type of picture, and it's very, how could I say? To me, it's like a dark cloud, something that's dragging you down, something that's hanging over your head, okay? Kind of like the moon up way in the sky. It's something that it's something that has its hold on you, okay? Might be something you can't quite figure out, okay? It's something that is of a draining energy. That's what I get from this. It's a very dark, mysterious, draining energy. And you may have felt quite tired lately and sluggish and exhausted. And sometimes we don't realize why. It could be an energy that is being, how could I say, an energy that you're absorbing from the people or places around you that's dragging you down and making you tired. And the most important thing to do is to release it, okay? Give it back to whoever sent it to you. If you feel it's a person in your life, return it to the sender. Okay? Or if it's a bad habit of yours that's draining your energy, you have to release it in order to feel lighter. Let's see how the other cards line up with this. And we have love. Okay. And love is so important. Okay, especially self-love. Because the more you're able to demonstrate self-love toward yourself, the less likely you are to tolerate people that are disrespectful or unloving. And at a time like this where you're releasing things that no longer serve you, of course you're going to feel sad. A lot of things in our life are not meant to be, okay? And we have to know what's worth our effort and what isn't. And this card here is telling us that it is so important during a time like this, whatever it is you're going through, okay? If you need to let go of someone, do it in a loving, kind way, okay? Even though you may want to tell the person off or tell them where to go, okay? Leave them in a loving way, okay? Being hateful and vengeful and nasty when you need to release someone or something is only going to bring more of that negative energy to you. But if you do it in a loving, calm way and you release them with positive energy of love, positive light energy, it's going to be to your benefit. And I'm not saying that, what this person or what the situation is, um, was right. You got to do this for yourself in a loving way. You're not doing it for them per se. You're doing it for yourself because you do get the energy back. Okay, so whatever you put out there comes back to you. And then the last card is the High Priestess of Water. Okay, and when I think of this card, okay, I'm thinking of intuition. Okay, the High Priestess. Okay, intuition. Water, I'm thinking of emotions. Okay, so this is a very deep reading for Tuesday. Okay, we're thinking of releasing something that we may have forgotten about during this past full moon, or maybe something that has just gotten so intolerable and unbearable that you just have to let it go. And we're going to do it in a loving way, okay? Because the energy we put out there when we're doing this is going to come back to us, and we don't want it to come back in a negative way. And this woman here, this intuition, okay? She's relying on her intuition and her emotions to guide her. Sometimes we need to tap into that. Sometimes we can't figure everything out, with our head. Sometimes we do have to consult our heart on things. And that's what this priestess is telling us to do. This High Priestess of Water is just telling us to tap into our intuition. Okay? Something or someone doesn't feel right. It probably isn't. Don't ignore your gut feelings, okay? Don't ignore them. There are internal warning signs. I can't stress that enough. They're there to warn you of things that you could possibly prevent from happening in your life if you would just listen to what your gut is telling you about a person. So on this Tuesday, release what you need to release with love. Okay? Trust that intuition, that gut feeling that you can know exactly what this is that needs to be released. Because your intuition doesn't lie. I know it's always served me in a positive way. And the older I get, the more I rely on it. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be back.